2 of SOE Reptile channel. We'll just do a little update of what's happened since the last video we put up. And a lot has happened. We just did a build video on this reptile habitats cages from Dubia. And we have a lot of these. You'll see them here in a minute. We've got a whole pallet of them outside. We have all of these cages right over here from Family Reptiles. We'll put a link up to them. You can really only buy these. They have a shop in Florida, but you can really only buy the cages at shows. They don't really ship them. But we went and picked up an entire truckload of them, and that's what these are. These are 6-foot cages. These are 4-foot cages. And then those are 30-inch cages. So what we have, those are these right here. And you can see they're kind of cookie cuttered apart. They go together really nice. And I think they're about a 1/2 inch, maybe thicker PVC. They hold moisture and hold heat. And they already come pre-wired with switches. So you have 3 sockets in there. So you can run heat emitters, you can run lamps, you can run just UV A or B lights. And I also have all of the caging that goes on those. So in the bigger cages, where you're going to run bigger bulbs, we have all the cage protection. And then I've got a box full of micros. So in the smaller ones, you run the shorter bulbs in the shorter cages, so you don't really see those bulbs and emitters and stuff. The cage that we did the build video, the Dubia cages, those are these here. I think at this point right now, we're around 50 of these, and these are 36-inch cages, 18 deep, 12 tall, and we're gonna run these in 5 in a stack on these. We've also got a 48-inch, and we also have 5-foot cages. We went over to the old shop and brought a couple of the Vision racks back because we picked up a bunch of animals. I did a package deal. We went to the Atlanta show, Repticon, and the Atlanta Repticon is way better than the Chattanooga Repticon was, or the Nashville Repticon. The Atlanta show is way bigger for some reason. But we met a few people, made some good contacts, and there was a dude, I can't remember his name, AHP, I think. He had a bunch of Honduran milk snakes, and I was interested in a couple, and he was telling me, I said, what's the deal with these? And he said, I got a friend that is pretty well known for breeding these, and he's got some medical issues. He was in the hospital, asked me to go over and care for his animals for a couple weeks, and then he said, hey, I'm not in a position where I can take care of all these animals. Can you sell off part of my animals? So he had 16 of these adult breeder Honduran milks, and I said, hey, well, let's just keep them together. What do you do on a package? So I got all these animals, but I didn't have the caging I needed. So we set them up in these rack systems very temporarily until we get our bigger racks put in and we get all of our caging and stuff put on. But I've got some real neat Honduran milk snakes, and you can just kind of see, whoa. And this cage, this is not a permanent cage by any means. These were just, why can I not get that back in there? There we go. Like that's a big snake for this tub, obviously. These just went in here last night. This is a little python we just got. We'll put substrate in there. This is a little Burmese. They're real huffy. Super cool granite pattern. We just put these cages together last night, and today these will be going in these others here. And we've got these ones here like that. So these are all, well, not that Burmese, but these are all, seems smelling me like he's about to take a taste. Hondurans, but there was 2 particular ones, 3 actually. We just rolled these over here while we had everybody coming through here earlier. This one right here, Hypo Honduran, that one was pretty neat. The albino is right here. Look at that thing. How wild is that? And they're all the same snake, different paint job. Man, these things keep looking down. I'm like, have I been touching mice? And there was another one that I thought was, these are retics you guys saw. Maybe you guys haven't. I don't think we showed them all the retics last week either. Or did we? I don't know. Of retics? There's one particular. Here it is. Look at this thing. He did not eat that mouse, that rat right there. Somebody will eat that though. So this is about to shed. When it sheds, the colors will just be incredible. But I just love that black red right there. That was the one that was on the table. That's the whole reason I even ended up stopping and talking to that dude. And I'm really glad I did. He gave us a bunch of knowledge about the owl. If you guys saw the Instagram post I'd made, there's a Eurasian owl, and you don't have to have all kinds of weird permitting and stuff to have these because they're not indigenous to the United States. You can actually buy these. You raise them as a owlet. I don't know what you call baby owls, but you feed them and they imprint on you. So that was pretty cool. We'll show them the rat room setup too. We just got back. We have a building that's being custom built. It's a 60-foot by 16-foot. We had them build it. The flooring joists are on 12 inches instead of 16, studded up every 16 inches. And it has a 4-foot porch. So we'll have 56 feet of internal space by 16, all open bay. The entire building is dark gray, and then the roof and all the trim is black. So they said 6 weeks. They said they'll request a rush on it. So what'd they say, 3 weeks, yeah, 4 weeks maybe? We'll see. We'll plan on 6, but we still got to get the site prepped. We're going to need a couple loads of dirt to level it all off, and then a couple loads of gravel, and then we'll set it in place on the gravel. But it'll go right over next to the other one, and once it's in place, the rat building will go next to it. We just got all these cages in, and I've been building these. I can build these cages in about 15 minutes, but we got all of these. So we've got 36, 48-inch, and 5-footers, and they've got a piece that you can get that connects 2 cages. So we can take any of these and double them. So out of 2 36s, we can do a 6, or we can do an 8-foot or a 10-foot. I've not tried those, but they look pretty promising. We'll see how those work. And then in the rat room, you guys saw it last week when we had just had it on site. We did some little shorts, and we just put a window AC in it. We cut a hole through the door. And it was amazing the amount of hate we got about the extension cords. Like, the only power we're running in here is this AC unit and that LED light. So there's no draw here. But we did get the most comments we've got on this channel, all combined everywhere, is on that video about the extension cord. Like, it was baffling. All the rats, we've got rat pups everywhere. We're up to 2 trays right now, 2 stacks. We've got rat babies everywhere. These rat babies have already got their eyes open, super cute for a little rodent. That one, I don't know where, I guess we're not using that one, but there's tons of babies. We're already pulling and feeding animals with them. We've got rats already over here. There's litters in here. Here's some babies. Looks like she just had last night. So I give it a couple weeks, we'll have everything completely filled. So we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 racks here. I've got 3 more still at the other building, and then we'll bring them in. So we'll be making plenty of rats. Well, we won't be making plenty of rats, but we'll be making a lot of rats. Within a month or 2, we'll have this completely 100% operational. But it is working well now. And Then we got a ton of stuff upstairs. I guess we'll go upstairs and show. We've got caging just everywhere. It'll be nice to have everything under one roof. Really, these big long, that's all I got here though. See that tongue flick? Lots of tongue flick. Nah, that's the leave me alone, I'm not interested. Can I interest you, sir? Ma'am? No, that's the no thank you. She ate last night. We just got her last night. And she fed, yeah, she's not. All these, because I don't have them on any substrate right now. They've came out of, most of these animals came out of trays. So they're not used to all the light and all the movement and such. And then I've got them on no substrate right now. We've got that, we'll put in there. We just hydrated all this, so we'll address all that tonight. But I've got this mouse. I need a monitor lizard because those are like the garbage disposals. Here, I know who will eat this. Hey, buddy. There you are. Come here, sir. It just pulled the tail off. There we go. All right, Mexican Black King for the win. So these are all Amanda's snakes, most of them. Retic, she just got this little green tree. Green trees typically are snappy and bitey, although I've seen a lot of people on social media handling them. And this one we handled. And for people that don't know, these used to come in bunches of bananas, and they look like bananas. And you'll see these babies, neonates, will be bright yellow, and you'll see them super dark purple or maroon. And as they change, as they get older, they become green. Like on the head right here, you'll see them green up. And for the most part, they will sit and perch like so. And they'll kind of hang right there. You'll see him come up and get in position there. There's a water bowl. They don't typically drink from the water bowl. You spray them and they drip. They drink the drips and, running down their nose and stuff. Little sun glow boa. I think that's what that is. I'm not sure what genetics that boa there has. She's got another retic here. And then these three retics right here. Man, I just touched that mouse too. I've got rat on me. Hello. Can we come out here without the teeth? Maybe. So lavender albino. You can see all the purple in there. I don't know where she got this one from. That might have come home from one of the shows. And then she's got these retics. Also, this thing's super cool. Come here, buddy. I've got rat on my hands right now, and I just came in from the rat room, and they'll smell that. But that one right there is really neat. And then she's got this one here. When we put this in here, because I suspect these came from the breeder these came from, I suspect that they probably kept them in drawers, especially since they're babies. So when we put this in here, it would snap every movement, it would strike. So I've really made it a point to pull this out several times a day and just hold it. And it has stopped striking. This is a golden child something something. And when I stopped doing reptiles 10 years ago, there was ball pythons, and then there was some retics, and now there's all kinds. Just like you've got these crazy names and morphs for all these ball pythons, you've now got that into retics and into Burmese pythons and everywhere. So I'm not up to speed on all of them right now. We just kind of buy the ones we like the way they look, I guess. But that one's super cool. Is that closed? There we go. Closed. All right. There we go. A bunch more to come. That's just a little weekly update. We'll be doing some more real videos soon. If you like this, leave some comments, and we'll see you guys next week.